Black, white, or grey. How do you know whether something's right or wrong, good or bad? We call it black and white. But what about the grey bit? What if there's things that affect one person but not another? And I use this example because if you want to be healthy, fit and strong, is there one way to do it? Is there a right and wrong way to do it? Is there a good and bad way? Or what about the grey? And there's a great quote for that. It doesn't matter how thin you slice it, there's always two sides to the story. So I always use the example, there are people that share very passionately that you should only eat plants. Plant-based diet, it's the only way to go, and you should never eat meat. And there's other people who say you should only eat meat. You can get everything you need from meat. You don't need to eat any plants at all. Plants are bad for you. Plants could kill you. But in the middle somewhere, in the grey bit, might be where you sit. So you might be carnivore, you might be plant-based, but you might eat meat and fruit and vegetables. Is it right or wrong? Is it good or bad? And why do we argue about it? And the reason I'm asking is because people do argue about it every single day. But why don't we just find out what's best for us? And why don't we leave the other people alone? And I'll argue from the extreme. I don't think smoking is a great thing, but I know plenty of people that have smoked all of their life. They absolutely love it. They don't feel guilty about it. They enjoy the experience and they've lived a very long life smoking their whole life. Now that's arguing from the extreme because there's other people that haven't smoked very much and they've died of lung cancer. But see, there's a grey bit there. You can say smoking's bad, but what about the people that enjoy it? Don't eat chocolate or don't eat sugar or sugar's bad for you or it could kill you or it's addictive. But there are plenty of people who've lived their whole lives eating lollies and chocolate and biscuits and cake and ice cream and large amounts of it, and they've had a happy, healthy life and they've enjoyed their life and they've had very wow food experiences because they don't feel guilty when they have a chocolate or an ice cream or a packet of lollies. So you could say good or bad, right or wrong, but what about if? Medical interventions, injury prevention. One of the great medical things that I would love to hear, and I never hear it, this medication is what you should take, one doctor will say. And another doctor will say, no, you need to take this one. They could both be wrong, but they're both convinced that they're right. But is it possible that the person that they're prescribing medication for, there's all sorts of reasons why that medication may or may not work. Their cultural background, the size of their body, are they male or female? There's so many differing interventions that can change what a medication would do to your body. And a doctor will just say, well, you go to the doctor, you've got this, take this pill. But I would like to hear a little bit more of this. Why are you sick? Not you're sick, take this, or you're sick, this is what we always give people, or you're injured, this is how long it's going to take you to recover. But let's have a look at why it happened in the first place. What's your background? And how can we stop it from ever happening again rather than just try and cover it over with a pill or a medical intervention? There's a lot of grey areas in the world, but here's what isn't grey. Your decisions to do what's best for your body. You could decide today, from now on, I'm not going to listen to all the stuff out there. I'm going to learn how my body works. And that's the beautiful thing about black, white and grey. Anatomy is black and white. There's no changes in anatomy. The human body is what it is. Even physiology, there's some argument about what goes on physiologically, but they're fairly set sciences. And most people don't know the anatomy and physiology of their own human body, the body they're going to live in for the rest of their life. So they listen to a dietitian, they listen to an exercise professional, they listen to a doctor, a physiotherapist, any kind of medical practitioner or person who's involved in keeping the health of the human body going. And they listen to those experts, but they don't go to those experts with great questions. And that's all I'm asking, because there's too many grey areas. And I've been to too many medical professionals where I'll say again, one will say this and one will say that, and they're completely opposing opinions. So what if you learn how your own human body works? What if you learn your anatomy and physiology and you start working out for yourself, should I eat meat or should I eat plants or should I eat a combination of both? Should I run? Should I walk? Should I lift weights? Should I go to the gym? Do I have to go to the gym? Things to work out for yourself. Now, some things are black and some are white, but how would you know if you don't figure it out for yourself? And that's what I'm all about. I hate telling people what to do, and I never will, because I hate it when people tell me what to do. I want people to work it out for themselves, which is why my favourite question for all of my clients, and I've been a results coach, personal exercise coach all of my life, if you were your own high performance eating and exercise coach, what advice would you give yourself? Now, the advice might be black according to me because I think it's wrong, or white according to somebody else because they think it's right. But the person that's got to do the stuff has to know why they would want to do it, why they would want to eat it, how it's going to fit into their lifestyle. So I'll ask that very personal question. If you were your own eating and exercise coach and you wanted to be healthy, fit, strong, lean and energetic for the rest of your life, what advice would you give yourself? And if you're going to live in this body for the rest of your life and you want to be lean and fit and strong and energetic and go and do all the things that you love to do, wouldn't it be nice to know how it works rather than relying on the so-called experts? Because the experts disagree. There's black ones, white ones, good ones, bad ones, right ones, wrong ones. There's a lot of grey. So how about work it out for yourself? And on a beautiful day like today, which is I call platinum, not grey, wouldn't it be nice to wake up every single day loving your life as a healthy, fit, strong human being so you can live your life to the max? Super duper doo, how are you? Living my life to the max. Woohoo!